Guys, it's Dana from Bright Red Marketing, and I want to show you something that you really should be doing with your Facebook ads when you're running campaigns so you actually know what's going on. Because what I've seen is a lot of people running campaigns and then going, did it work? So I'm going to show you how to actually figure out whether your campaign is working or not and how to change your ads manager dashboard so you can actually see what's going on. So let's head over to Facebook. Now this is just in case you're wondering why there's no results in my account. This is not the account that I use to make ads. So just so we're on the same page here. Now what I want you to have a look at is this column button over here. So it says columns and I've got it set at the moment at performance and clicks. So if you open that up, essentially what this is it's a range of dashboards that Facebook give you depending on what they think you might want to test. So if you want to test based on performance, that's Facebook's idea of performance, not necessarily your idea of performance. Then there's delivery. If you want to see how many people it reached, how much it's costing you to reach 1,000 people, impressions, that kind of thing, that's where you want to be. If you're looking at engagement, whether it's engagement or video engagement or app engagement, or if you're running a carousel ad, these are the ones that you want to be using there. Again, they will tell you whether people are, clicking, liking, commenting, that sort of thing. Now, performance and clicks is just a combination, I suppose, of Facebook's performance metrics and then its clicks metrics. You've got cross-device, you've got messenger, you've got offline. These are things that you don't really need as much, especially when you're just starting out. But what I want to show you how to do is how to customize these columns. So before you do that, you want to start on performance and clicks. That's really important. Otherwise, you've got to go through too much trying to find what you're looking for. So set it to columns, performance and clicks, and then open up and we're going to go to customize columns. Now, this is where you can actually customize everything. If you don't want to know some of this information, if you're sick of seeing how much you've spent, I don't recommend you get rid of that. But if you want to get rid of that, this is where you can actually do that. So this is where you can kind of rearrange them. Now, depending on the type of campaign will depend on how you use this information. But what I like to do is to make sure that my relevance score is included. I also really like to add in the positive and negative feedback, because what you'll find is sometimes if your campaign's not working the way you want it to, or if it was working really well and then it stopped, it can be often a case of you're getting a lot of negative feedback. And that generally just means that either your frequency score is too high, which is this one up here, or it means there's something in your ad that is offending the group that you are, I suppose, targeting. So really good to know that kind of information. The other thing that's really powerful in here, and I don't know whether you guys know how to set up your custom conversions yet, but when you created a custom conversion, this is how you can include it in your dashboard so you know exactly what's going on. So if you come down here now, if you've got the pixel installed in your website, these will be your more generic ones. So if you're running e-commerce, this is kind of the pixel conversion information that you'll want. Then you'll have your cost per conversion, and that's also really good to know. And if you've got conversion value set up, so if you've linked your Shopify account with your Facebook, you can actually see down to the dollar how much you've made, which is this conversion value, which is really, really cool. But what I like to have a look at is if you keep scrolling down here, are these website custom conversions. Now, what these are your custom conversions that you've created in the custom conversions portal, which we'll go through later. But what this allows you to do is check. So this was one I did for a client. So that was Flex Body, it's the yoga studio that I did a campaign for. And that's their landing page. Now, what you would have is you would have the landing page and then you would have the thank you page for that landing page. So you'll have the two. And what that gives you is how many people visited one page, how many people visited the next page, and you can break that down then by ad set and by actual ad. So it gives you a lot more information as to what's going on, and that gives you the ability and the power to actually work with your Facebook ads campaigns and actually know what's going on rather than just going, my cost per click is low, that must mean my campaign is going well. Rather, you can actually look at it and go, okay, well, my cost per click might be low, but it's costing me too much to get these custom conversions. So I want to play with it a little bit. Or your cost per click might be really, really high, but if everyone is then opting into your thank you page, it doesn't matter. There's lots of people like, oh, I have to get the lowest cost per click. But at the end of the day, if you're getting those leads, if you're getting the sales, if you're getting whatever it is that is your goal at a good price. That's all that matters. So essentially what you do is you come through here. There's heaps in here, so it can get a little bit overwhelming. The biggest ones that I would recommend using, you always want to have your frequency, because that's really important to know whether people are getting, bombarded with your ads if your audience size is too small. Cost per result can be helpful if you've set the campaign up properly. Otherwise, you want to use those conversion ones that we spoke about. Budget's good to have in there, so is amount spends. You don't really need ends and schedule. They kind of just take up space, unless, of course, you've got lots of different campaigns with different start and end dates, then keep them in. Relevant score is really important. When you've got these, so you've got your clicks all, what's more important to me is your link clicks. So this click here can just be if someone's hit the see more button. It can even be if someone's reported your ad to say, I don't want to see this in my newsfeed. So not as an important a metric, that link clicks is much better. And then that positive and negative feedback are definitely ones I would want to keep in there. Now, essentially what you do from here is come down here and hit this save as preset button, and then type a name in here. Now, if I am running multiple campaigns for a client, which often is the case, I will create a separate dashboard for each individual campaign. So if I'm running a campaign with objective A, this would be objective A dashboard. And then the next one might be objective B dashboard. So what it means is I might have a couple of different dashboards, but that particular dashboard will help me get the best understanding of what's going on with that campaign. So essentially, you just type in a name here and hit apply, and you've got a brand new campaign dashboard, so you can really understand what's going on with your campaigns, really start to understand those numbers and figures and not be completely bombarded by the numbers that they give you. So again, it's Dana from Bright Red Marketing. If you've got any questions, I'm always around. My website is www.brightredmarketing.com.au. I will talk to you soon. Thanks.